Good morning. I want to share a story with you, and I'd love to get your feedback on it if you'll post it below. You see, a friend of mine, his daughter works at a summer camp, or at least worked at a summer camp. And this camp, well, if you've ever been a counselor, you'll know that it's something you do because you love the camp experience, not for the money, because counselors get paid very little money. And in this case, this girl was getting paid far below even minimum wage. But she'd been going to this camp for a very long time. I think she's around 17, 18 years old, and she had started when she was a little kid and worked her way up, and eventually became an assistant counselor and eventually a camp counselor. And she was assigned a cabin full of other girls. And as it turns out, this year, these girls were abusive little trolls. They didn't listen. They harassed her. They made fun of her. They just made her life hell. And she didn't need this. So she goes to the owner of the camp and says, look, this cabin you've assigned me, it's not going to work. I'm not loving it. Can you assign me a different cabin? And after hearing the whole explanation and everything that was going on and everything that she was going through, the owner replied, so if I move you to a different cabin, that means I'd be ruining someone else's summer. Is that really what you want? Well, with a response like that, she had no choice but to quit. After like 12 years being a part of this camp, working her way up, getting to know all the staff, all the other campers, all the other counselors, this becoming an integral part of her summer life, she walked away. Not only did she walk away, but now she wants nothing to do with this camp ever. Now, is there a lesson we can pull out of this? Absolutely. And it's this, that as an employer or any organization, your staff will always show up for a paycheck. But to have staff that show up because they truly love what you do, they love what you're about, they have a true affection for your brand, your company, your industry, that is something that you can't dismiss. That counts for far more than a paycheck. If you get employees that absolutely love coming to work every day, return that respect and that love and that affection. Make them feel as valued to you as you do to them. Because once you lose an employee for whatever reason that has a true love for your company, if things don't go right and they choose to walk away because they feel that they weren't recognized, valued, and appreciated, I got to tell you, they will turn on you. Their view of your brand will be destroyed. It will not be a good breakup. And you don't want that. And as well, too, your customers don't want that. Because when your customers approach you or do business with you, they know when they're dealing with employees that truly love what you represent versus employees who are just there for the paycheck. So maybe the owner of this camp could have learned a few lessons about really appreciating employees and what they bring to the organization. And I'm hoping maybe if you know someone who doesn't really appreciate the employees that they have, well, maybe pass this video along to them and give them a few hints. Now, if you have any thoughts on this or any experiences that you've had, maybe as an employer or employee who felt that you weren't appreciated, post them down below. You know I'll answer back. Until next time, I'm Mark Gordon, the Customer Experience Expert.